this is on Netflix. It's actually I've seen a Spanish drama called El Jardinero or The Gardener,
Yep.
and I think it's because obviously we were talking about this, the curse of the algorithm. No one understands it. Algorithms are weird. They just, and especially on Netflix, you get stuff like, oh, you'd like to watch this. It's like, no, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't want to watch that. But every now and then it comes up with something I actually would.
Yep.
And because I like to watch programs not in the English language, um, I end up getting sent all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, because I watched an Argentinian program a couple of weeks back, suddenly I'm
El
getting a lot of Spanish
Etanot.
language. Yes. So I'm suddenly getting a lot of Spanish language stuff. And I like Scandinavian drama. So I get a lot of stuff, sort of Scandi dramas. But this in particular one is a Spanish drama that
Mm.
just sort of up on my, oh, you might like this. And I thought, you're right, I might. So I give it a go.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, the algorithm. It's only getting smarter, Sharon. It's only getting smarter. All right, cool. So let's kick off and tell us about El Giardinero.
Yes, this is a. I'm trying to think if it's a six. I think it's a six-parter. But yes, a Spanish drama. The gardener in question is a young man who, as a child, had an accident, a car accident with his mother. His mother is a retired, like, very glamorous soap actress who had a career in South America and had sort of relocated to Spain. And during this accident, she was left severely wounded, and he was left with a brain injury that basically means he cannot feel emotion.
Okay.
And they have sort of set up this thing, and he's passionate. He has these sort of obsessions, and he's passionate about plants and about the garden. And the story emerges how it came about, but it turns out that this mother and son are assassins. And the son uses,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
you
I'm
never saw
sorry.
that coming, did you? You
Just
did not
totally.
see that coming.
That totally just caught me out of the blue. That was just kind of
Yeah,
like.
it's not expected.
If this show carries on in the sun, I think I might love this show. If this that's hilarious. I'm sorry.
But it is played straight. It is played straight.
Yeah, yeah,
Basically,
yeah, yeah.
he used his knowledge of plants to create like this deadly poisonous serum, and he and his mother. Well, his mother's like the handler. She deals with the clients, and he just does the murders. He basically they identify a target. He watches them, and he uses this deadly serum basically to walk up to people. He's very innocuous looking, and then just inject them.
Yeah.
And then when they collapse dead, he then drags them into his gardener's van. He takes them back to their nursery and he buries them in the nursery. And it's a fact that apparently the human body is a very good fertilizer.
Oh yeah,
And so
yeah.
as it
That
breaks
much I
down, it
know.
sort of like feeds into these plants. And they're him and his mum. It's definitely sort of a bit of psycho vibes going on there.
Mm,
There's the vibes between the mother and son are definitely on the creepy scale, going
yeah.
into the red, I think.
Yep.
And so they have been given this target to identify. And it turns out to be it's a a comely young woman
Yep.
who takes his fancy, as it were. And so he develops his relationship with the target, and then things start to unravel between him and his mother and their sort of career path, as it were. And thrown into the mix of this, some people are beginning to notice that there's a pattern in some of these missing people inquiries.
Yeah.
That in a certain area, there's sort of these, they're not connected to any way, but it's just really weird that you're getting all these missing people where they disappear without any trace at all. Nothing is found.
Yeah.
And so you've got a couple of police officers from the missing people's unit are just investigating. So you've got these different strands. You've got the murderous gardener, he's completely out of her tree mother,
Yep.
and then you've got the two police officers who are investigating.
Yep. Oh,
It's there.
okay. Okay. So that's the setup. That's the setup. Apart from the sort of blindsiding, sort of like spit your tea out revelation kind of thing. So what did you think about this? What do you think about the show?
Yeah, I thought it was okay actually. It reminded me in some ways. I've never actually seen them, but in some of these soap operas, you do hear about sort of Latin American type soap operas. So
Yes,
it's
the
really full of
telenovelas.
emotion, it's really
Yeah,
heightened. Um,
telenovelas.
Other
Yes.
than that, reminded me of that really sort of heightened, sort of completely out of her tree. Though she doesn't overact, but you look at her and think you're completely,
No, to be honest
you're
with
not
you,
right.
to be honest with you, that plot twist is straight out of a telenovela.
Yeah.
It really, the only thing
So
they're
there's
missing is a
elements of that,
twin.
but they've played it straight. So it's like melodrama, but played completely straight.
Yeah,
So it's a bit of a curiosity. I found the two police officers completely unconvincing, and there's a sort of relationship between them I found completely unconvincing. There's certain elements I really enjoyed. I thought the twist about it. There's a few twists and turns. I thought, well, that's interesting. So I thought I enjoyed it. I can't regard it as being high art, because it was entertaining. It was entertaining for what it was.
yeah,
So I'd give it a 3 because I thought it basically delivered. It was like a crime drama with this complete twist to it. It's like, uh, yeah, I just thought there's enough interesting things about it to make it work. We keep coming back to it.
yeah.
Uh, but yes, it's a nuts premise. It's a completely nuts premise. Oh yeah, so it shouldn't work. I thought it was actually quite effective, and I enjoyed it, but I couldn't really give more than 3. But yeah, it's certainly worth checking out.
It's a bit Sweeney Todd esque almost, where you talk about it. Oh,
Yeah,